Mom, I'm coding.
So I'm back. It's Marcel from QuameKiss.com, and I am doing or continuing the walkthrough for the very vanilla network that I'm putting together with 2 VMs, load balancer configuration, and all that jazz. So now we're at the part where we're configuring the load balancer. I know that I didn't show how to get to this screen here, so let me go ahead and do that fairly quickly. And I think I have the load balancer pinned here anyway, so you can make it your favorite once you do it. If you find that you're using that often, you can definitely make it your favorite. But all you have to do is just search for load balancer, and you can find it here. Excuse me, let's take a drink. And then you click create. And then we're going to call it KISS LB, something super simple. The type is public. I'm going to choose a public IP address. And we're going to create a new one. Okay, actually, no, we're going to choose this one because I did it already. But you know what? Let me just go in and create a new one because you do need to configure it the right way. So let's create a new one. And it's static. So actually, I'll just go through and just, you just put the name in and you click static and you click OK. So I'm just going to use the one that I went ahead and did. Okay, so we're using that. And then we're going to use the lab subscription. And we're going to create, we're going to use an existing resource group, which is the walkthrough. And click create. And that should take just a few minutes to deploy. There we go. So the deployment succeeded, and I think because it didn't have to create a new IP address. So now we're going to go in, and as I said, I have it pinned to the side here, so I'm going to click load balancer. And what we're going to do is we're going to configure the back-end pool. Okay, so go down to back-end pools, and we're going to add, and we're going to call it KISS, back-end pool. Okay, IPv4, and it's associated to an availability set. And that availability set is the 2 virtual machines. And we're going to add a target network and IP configuration. Network IP configuration, excuse me. We're going to use that one. And then we're going to add both VMs to this backend pool. So we're going to add VM number 2. And that is going to be the 05.5 in the network. We're going to click OK. Right? So now it's saving the load balancer backend pool. So the next step here is to also configure the health probes. But let's wait until this updates before we do the health probes. I like to wait for things before I move on to the next one because anything could happen. You might get an error, and then that wouldn't work out so well. It doesn't take a long time for it to configure for it to deploy. So, or save or whatever it's doing. So we'll wait just a few more minutes. You can fast forward if you want to. We can wait just a few more minutes because the idea of clicking stop and saving and then going back in or even clicking pause is a little too much for me at 2:55 in the morning, especially when I have to be up in like 5 hours. Come on, baby, you're not that slow. You can do it. There we go. All right, so we saved the load balancer backend pool. You can see that there are 2 virtual machines configured here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in and configure HTTP health probes. Kind of self-explanatory there. So we're going to call it HTTP, TCP, port 80. The interval will be 5, and the unhealthy threshold will be 2. Okay. Actually, the protocol, yeah. Yes. So we are going to click OK on that. And next, so we're just gonna, you know what? We're just gonna do them all. I don't think the health probe will take a long time. We're gonna go ahead and we're going to add a load balancing rule. If it takes a really long time, then I'll just stop it and create a new video with the load balancing rule. But all of these tasks are kind of things that you can do back to back to back, and then load it up. Look, it's already coming up. Look at that. It's updating. It's going. It's going. There we go. And it created the probe. HTTP is the name of the probe. So now, next step. Boom. Backend pool. Health probes. Load balancing rules. You got this. You're a champion. All right. So we're going to add load balancing rule. And we're going to call it HTTP LB R. Load balancing rule. Okay. And the version is IPv4, IP version 4. They didn't always have this, but I guess now that we're kind of moving into IPv6, they kind of have to do that. All right, front end IP address will be the load balancer front end. Port is 80. The back end port is also 80. The back end pool is configured. The health probe is the TCP 80. Session persistence is none, and floating IP is disabled. The idle timeout minutes is 4, and there we shall be all set. Everything should be good here. I think everything is copacetic. So we press OK, and we're going to save the load balancer rule. It will update. And then we're going to hop back into the overview and get the public IP address for this load balancer. And then we're going to test it. And we're going to test it the best way I know how. And that is clicking the refresh button over and over and over again. All right, excellent. So we have a load balancer. Load balancing rule. We've had a load balancer. We have a load balancing rule. And
it's 3 hours.
Oh, it's 3 hours. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. What we are going to do here is we will go to overview, and we will find the IP address. Yes. Perfect. So we're gonna find the IP address, and we're going to visit this IP address in our browser. Oh, you don't like me, huh? All right, I'll just click the copy, and then I'll deal. Okay, so there we go. Let's get out of there. What's going on? All right. Now, here's the fun part. So now we got 52.170, blah, 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 blah. And we should see something that says, oh no. Okay, WebVM1. Perfect. So that's the first VM that we configured. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to reload this page until look, WebVM2. Didn't take long. Didn't take long. So we've got WebVM1, WebVM2. When it becomes unhealthy, It brings up one VM2, and we're all set. Now, super simple, super easy, very vanilla type of setup here. Now, this should be everyone's first kind of thing that they do. They're going to play around with Azure. Now, the best part, my favorite part, is where are we? Resource groups. Ask me what I'm going to do. I'm going to tear it down. I'm going to take a hammer and smash through it. All right, so walk through, delete. And that will delete all of the resources in that resource group. So that's why it's super important to make sure that, see that? We've got 2 VMs in here, 2 VM disks. We've got NICs. We've got, oh, I hate this. I don't know why it does this. Don't do that to me. Back here. Let's focus. We've got 2 VMs. We've got 2 NICs. We've got 1 firewall. Network security group, as it's called. We've got a load balancing IP. We've got 2 IPs for your VMs. You got your network configured, and within that network, we have 2 subnets. We have an availability set. We also have a storage account. And that's it. And what we're going to do, tear these babies down. So all we have to do is do this and click delete, and then everything will be gone, and that's it. And that is my walkthrough of creating a very simple network in Azure. I hope that I can do more of these videos. I guess 3 a.m. Doing videos until 3 a.m. isn't the best thing in the world, but I am studying for the certification, so it's something that will help me as well. So if you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, let me know why. You can give it a thumbs down too. I really don't care. I'm doing this for myself. And I also have a Facebook group as well. I'll put the link somewhere. So if you're studying for exam 70-533, you can meet over in Facebook group. You can meet over in the Facebook group, and I'll be posting some questions in there, some questions that I come across, either questions that I don't know myself or questions that I do have the answers to. Most of the questions I will have an answer to. And then, of course, we will just kind of do that. Let's crush it. All right. Again, this is Marcel from Kwame Kiss, and any questions, if I can answer them, I definitely will. Otherwise, until next time, toodles.
Look, Mom, I'm coding.